Hello and welcome to the first episode of our brand new sports show, Applesauce Benchwarmers. I am one of the co-hosts. I'm Kirby, and
I'm Ryan. I'm the other one.
And this is going to be a kind of a rough draft episode. We're kind of just going to get people used to it, I'd say.
I don't know.
We don't have any guests. I mean, producer Shane is here, but he's not going to do much talking, because he'll probably get fired if he does. So we're just going to kind of go through the structure.
Somebody just screamed.
Quentin is screaming downstairs.
That's
so we're just going to get right into this. No use messing around. What's our first segment here, Ryan?
Instant replay. NFL news from the last week.
Last week was interesting.
Week 6 is what we're talking about.
Yes, week 6 is last week. This is week 7. We're a little backwards because we're filming this on Wednesday. That's very
let's say
important.
that too. We're gonna make predictions for tomorrow's game.
Yeah,
which is what it's
it's
Broncos Saints.
Yeah,
but this is gonna come on after that game.
So you guys are gonna be like, what do you?
We're behind.
You guys are.
So when we say that like the Broncos win by 57 and then they lose by 40, we didn't know.
You guys are actually in the future to us, technically.
Wow.
We're going back to the future.
That's very insightful. Okay, here we go.
That's a good movie idea.
You're right.
Okay.
Let's go game by game.
Yeah, let's go game by game. So we'll start with the Thursday Night Football game from last week, which was
49ers Seahawks.
Okay, so we were filming Applesauce Direct during that. And
oh yeah.
We caught a little bit of it. Shane was giving us live updates, like the Debo touchdown and all that. I think it just showed that the 49ers aren't bad.
They're not. It's weird because they'll win a game like this, and then they'll lose to someone that's not even half as good.
And I just don't know why.
They're set for success. Ayuk, Debo, Kittle. I mean, CMC is out, I guess, but Jordan Mason's killer.
Been doing just like the same stuff, and then he got hurt, and then they put in Isaac Guerrero, and he also had almost 100, he had 99 yards. So it's like they could put Kyler Tuttle at running back, and he's going to put up like 80 yards on 12 carries.
They could put Bucket Tuttle at running back.
Bucket Tuttle is crazy. And people were saying that this is like Geno's trash now, and they need to put in Sam Howell or whatever just after this game.
That is so dumb. Geno's a killer.
You
go Mountaineers.
Are a little biased.
No, I'm not. No, Geno's number 1 in the league for passing yards right now. So take that one to the bank.
so was Jameis Winston one year, but
yeah. And what's your point?
Well, he should be starting on the Browns, but we'll get there.
We'll
get to the Browns.
Okay.
And then this next game is the London game. I didn't get to watch this. I was at work. Did you watch any of it?
I didn't even know it happened because I woke up and I looked at my phone and I was like, "Whoa, there's a game."
Dude, okay, so the Jags are just such a sad franchise. Like, it's just so sad at this point. I
don't know why they're so.
I don't know either. They had
their defense is bad.
Yeah, and their offense is also bad, and they have all these playmakers.
Yeah, they're kind of riding on like Trevor Lawrence to do anything,
and he's just not. He just can't carry a team.
He's good.
I think I still have faith in him, but I just don't think he's capable of carrying a team, and that's what they're asking him to do right now.
No, when you're throwing to. Who do they even have?
They got Christian Kirk and Gabe Davis and Brian Thomas, who are like...
Brian Thomas is
good. Kirk and Davis are like good at what, like, specific things, but they're not.
Yeah, Gabe Davis is a great wide receiver 3.
Gabe Davis is a joke.
Don't say that. He's a good wide receiver 3. He worked well on the Bills. But that's because he was behind Diggs.
I would rather have him on the Steelers than anybody other than George Pickens, for sure.
Correct.
Yeah,
I agree.
Wide receiver.
That's a great
and ETN has just not been.
He's absolute dookie.
He's just not been.
Tank Bigsby though, he's on the up and up, I guess, a little bit.
He was really good 2 weeks ago, and then last week he kind of. But I mean, look at the score. The whole team shit the bed.
I don't know if we said it was 35 Bears, 16 Jags.
Yeah, so like it just wasn't even close. And on the flip side, Caleb Williams.
He looked great.
He's great. Maybe he really is the greatest of all.
He's no Jaden McDaniels, but
Jaden McDaniels. Where's the Mick come from?
I don't know. No, but for real, he's not.
No, he's good.
Not Jaden Daniels, but he's good.
Yeah. No, they're like the rookie class this year. Even
it's kind of good.
Even Bobo Nix is.
I'll even give it to
Tua.
No, to Drake May.
Drake May had a good game. We'll get to that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But the Bears absolutely poopied on the Jags.
Speaking of Jaden Daniels, he lost.
Not by a lot. Shane, I'm gonna call on producer Shane here real quick. What did you think as a Ravens fan of the Ravens-Commanders game?
Real quick, Ravens won 30-23.
Yeah, real close game. You're going to have to speak up.
Well, going into it, I had a loser mentality. I thought we were going to lose. It was going to be a big upset game.
But you didn't lose.
That's true.
Okay, what do you think of like the actual gameplay, though? What did you think Jaden Daniels...
I think our defense sucks.
Really.
What do you think is going to happen when you play a real team? Like the Steelers.
Hell yeah.
Well, we played the Chiefs.
And lost.
That's true.
Toe.
Well.
Tua? Why are we saying Tua?
Tell Isaiah Likely to wear smaller shoes.
Don't shrink his feet.
Correct.
But yeah, I watched some of this game. I mean, Jaden Daniels is just...
You know what? Jaden Daniels looked great, even though he lost.
Yeah.
But Derrick Henry looked like buns that game. He didn't do much. Derrick Henry, he didn't do anything. Zay Flowers killed it.
Zay Flowers did have a good game. I just the Ravens, from an objective point of view, as not a Steeler fan, they're just going to be a good team. Correct. But it's just hard for me to be scared of them as a Steeler fan because we just always beat them.
I mean, I still think they'll probably win the division.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be by a lot.
No, probably not because I feel like as much as I don't like the Bengals, but we'll get to them. I think this game says more about the Commanders than it does the Ravens in a weird way. Even though they lost, I think it says they looked good against an objectively good team, and that's a big thing to say about a rookie quarterback in his 6th game.
Like they went into this game 4-1.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah. And
that's a good record to go into a game with, and even coming out 4-2, that's still a good record.
And they lost by a touchdown to one of the not arguably top teams in the AFC.
Wow. In the AFC? Oh, not arguably.
Yeah,
okay.
Not arguably.
Yeah. Okay, I'm picking up.
Okay. Cardinals-Packers.
Packers
a bit of a snooze fest of a game.
Well, yeah, we'll get to it later, but Marvin Harrison he played
injured.
What, one snap?
He got 2 targets.
Okay.
He got 2 targets, and on one of them he got concussed, but we'll talk about the injury more later.
Yeah.
And after that, the game was just it was just all Jordan Love, basically.
Yeah. It ended Packers 34, Cardinals 13.
So, a 3-touchdown win. I mean,
listen, the Packers are for real.
And Jordan Love
is for real.
Is no joke, and he deserves
all the
money.
And Jaden Reed is no joke. He's a dog.
Yeah, all their wide receivers are good. Everybody,
yeah.
At the beginning of last year, I remember people were like, the Packers just have such a mid wide receiver core, but literally all of them are like good.
And young.
They're all young. They don't have an old head in there.
No.
Christian Watson is the old head, and he's like 25.
I was about to say, he's like 26 years old. So that works really well for them in their future, I think. They look great. But the Cardinals, the problem is that Marvin Harrison got concussed 2 targets into the game. I'm pretty sure
Michael Wilson... Shane, did Michael Wilson wasn't in the game? Another wide receiver didn't play, I'm pretty sure.
Also, James Conner did nothing.
Yeah, well, it's hard to.
He's
their only offensive player after that.
But
I mean, Kyler Murray had, honestly, like a decent game.
Yeah, I mean, Kyler did fine. Fine. Not good.
Clearly, not good enough. The Cardinals are just... Their defense is so abhorrently bad, and their offense is relying on Marvin Harrison and James Conner and Kyler Murray to do anything. And Trey McBride.
Yeah.
But they just didn't. I mean, the Cardinals are interesting at best. Interesting at best.
Yeah, they're not going to be good, but they're not going to be, like, terrible. They'll just be, like,
They'll win some games.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Now, this game is interesting. Texans-Patriots.
Yeah,
Texans 41, Patriots 21.
Looks like a blowout on paper, and it was. But I think it says a lot about Drake May. I think the big takeaway of this game is Drake May.
A big takeaway, too, is the Texans' offense is cooking. Their defense did not do as well as I thought they would. I thought the Texans' defense would hold the Patriots to, like, 3.
They had a lot of turnovers. I wouldn't be surprised if they softened up towards the end, but they definitely did give up a lot of points to Drake May in his first game.
Yeah, and he looked good. Not like great, but like
he had a few turnovers, but their offensive line is actually just atrociously bad. He was getting hit like every single play. And the Texans did this. Nico Collins gone. Doesn't matter. Tank Dell steps up immediately. Shout out. I picked him up off waivers. Who the hell is dropping Tank Dell?
Yeah,
Somebody
I don't know about that.
I picked him up.
Well, Diggs had a great game too.
Yeah.
Diggs has been quietly good this whole season.
Surprisingly, from Diggs
being
quiet.
I know. I can't believe it, but he is. He took the back seat.
Yeah.
But he stepped up this game, and I don't know. Texans killed.
I mean, yeah. It's a Patriots-Texans game. It kind of went as you would expect. But Drake May did look good. I'm excited to see what he does.
He did.
I don't know if they play this week, but...
we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I don't know.
Bucs Saints, this is a banger. This is a banger game.
Yeah. I didn't get to watch this one.
I didn't either.
I'm a little sad I missed it.
We were watching Red Zone, so I didn't get to watch, like, all the games. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, right.
But this game was bad early for the Saints. They were down probably 2 or 3 scores, and then they came back and took a lead, and then as you see, they kind of lost all of it.
51 Bucs, 27 Saints. We need to start saying the score.
Well, if we throw up a graphic, maybe.
Oh, that's true. But still.
But yeah, 51-27 is little. There's a lot of big scoring this week. 41 points.
We'll get Texans. To the other big one too, coming up. But yeah, this game again, this just kind of went how I would expect it to.
Yeah, Baker had a lot of turnovers, but he also had like 5 passing touchdowns or something silly.
That is silly,
dude. Yeah, if I'm gonna think of something silly, it'd be 5
passing touchdowns. You're right. Spencer Rattler scored 27 points. I don't think they were all him, but still,
no,
he was the quarterback,
something.
And he did something good. Good for him.
That's more than I'm pretty sure Kenny Pickett
ever had.
Scored. And he played
what, like 10 years?
10 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, in my Madden franchise.
Yeah, where he was a 60 overall. He was the generational
yeah, but he won
backup.
MVP 5 times.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, it just went typically as you'd expect. Bucs blow out the Saints.
Did Mike Evans really do anything?
No,
he
did nothing.
Yeah, Mike Evans
had like 3 catches. Chris Godwin had like 2 touchdowns, 150 yards.
Yeah.
What was the the running back?
Irving.
Palm? No,
there's Bucky too. Bucky had a good game.
The other one had like 100. Trey Tucker. No, Trey. No.
I think his last name is Tucker.
Is it?
Wasn't he Player of the Week or something?
Yeah. No, it's not. Is it Trey? Sean Tucker. Is it Sean Tucker?
I don't know.
I think it's Sean Tucker.
Hold on, we're pulling up the depth chart.
I feel bad. It is Sean
Tucker
okay.
And Bucky Irving had good games. Both of them had good games.
Sean Tucker's like highest rushing yards in a game before this was like 8, and he had like 130 against the Saints. Like the Saints, I almost completely forgot about the whole like first 2 games where they scored like 90 points total. Like, because they're just not good.
They destroyed for 2 games and then immediately lost 4.
Yeah, and then they scored like 3 points against the Eagles.
Yeah,
and then they just sucked after that.
That was pretty bad.
Browns Eagles. Speaking of,
this is
just
you know what? This is bad for the Eagles though. Eagles 20, Browns 16. Eagles should have won by more than that.
They should have won by 60 points. The Browns are actually atrociously bad. To allow up 16 points and only score 20 is just embarrassing.
You know what? Too. The main thing I think about this game is Sirianni.
We'll talk about. I think we have something for him later.
That was a little rough.
I think we'll have something for him later.
Do we?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, well, Sirianni was chirping. I didn't like it.
Why don't you let him know? Applesauce disapproves.
Yeah, we do not like
is it
Sirianni.
Nick?
It is.
Okay.
Nick Sirianni, you are not loved.
Not in this. Not in
Here we go. Here's the thing. Put him on the no call list.
The no call list.
I don't know. Put him on the bad list.
He's not getting invited to the show.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni.
Unless he wants to come.
No.
Okay. No exceptions.
Nick Sirianni, you are on the list.
He's on the
now.
list.
I got to start a list. That's okay.
Okay. Yeah. 20-16. There's just not much to say about this game. It just wasn't.
Eagles are somehow like not great though.
They're just
their offense is not great and their defense is not great and they're 3-2.
They're just
They're fine.
It's like
They're like super fine.
Is it like you scared to play the Eagles?
Sometimes.
Maybe.
Like after the first quarter is when you make that call.
Okay. Colts Titans. Another. I don't
really
like. I mean, it's just a game. Will Levis is just what a silly guy. Talk about silly.
He makes so many great funny faces.
He's just a funny guy.
He loves mayo and bananas or whatever he eats.
Mayo
and coffee.
Yeah, mayo and coffee.
Mayo in the coffee.
Eats a banana whole or something. I forget.
Never mind. We're not gonna try. I want
what
the mayo in the coffee.
No, I'm not trying that.
It's just. I mean, Joe Flacco, Will Levis football game in the year of 2024.
Shout out Flacco.
Shout out, I guess. Do you know where he went to college?
No.
Well, he got drafted out of Delaware, but he started at Pitt. So
oh, really?
Shout out, Joe Flacco. Yeah, but he transferred.
Yeah, screw you, Joe Flacco. No, this game is just absolute nothing. Jonathan Taylor didn't even play.
The Colts are a team that is
in the NFL.
That is in the NFL. They might make the playoffs. Hell, they might make the playoffs.
Sure.
But there's just nothing about the team that scares me. And I'm saying that as a Steeler fan that just lost to them, which is stupid. But, I mean, in general, in the playoffs, if I was playing the Colts, the only thing is, like, if they had Anthony Richardson and Jonathan Taylor both healthy, then, yeah, I would probably have an issue with that. But just as they are, the defense just...
Also coming from a Steelers fan whose team barely made the playoffs last year and then immediately lost... That's what I see as the Colts doing. They could do that.
They just remind me of
They could be the 7th seed and then immediately get destroyed.
Yeah. Although I did have faith in the Steelers wildcard game for a little bit.
I had faith in the way that, like...
for like a second there. For like a second. And then I was like... Oh.
I had faith like anything can happen, but not like this is going to happen.
Yeah. Okay, next game. Chargers-Broncos. Okay, so this was a blowout early. Chargers were leading by a lot of points. And then Bo Nix kind of closed the gap a little. I mean, in the end, they lost 23-16. There's just nothing that excites me about either of these teams right now.
No. I think PS2's out.
PS2 is out. And that's tomorrow night is that game. So we'll talk about that later. Bo Nix is... I'm sorry, Drew Lock, because I know you're going to be listening to this. Bo Nix, not Drew Lock, the football player. Drew Lock, our friend.
And Drew Lock, the football player. He loves us.
Oh, yeah. Avid fan of the show, of the first episode of the show that only exists now. Bo Nix.
Uh-oh. Go ahead. Say he sucks.
He might be Kenny Pickett.
Wow.
He might be Kenny Pickett.
No, he won't.
Okay.
He's like Alex Smith.
Oh, that's a little too much credit. Alex Smith had a great career.
He's like
Chiefs
Alex Smith.
He's like Andy Dalton.
There you go. That's a great comparison.
Not really.
He'll make in
career wise, not in his playing style. He's way different than Andy Dalton. But I mean, his career. I think he's going to make the playoffs a few times. I think he's going to stay as a starting quarterback.
He'll be a Pro Bowler like once.
Yeah, but Quentin is screaming swear words downstairs. I just don't know if he's
okay. I think he's the 3rd best rookie. As quarterback,
as that have played so far, yeah, because Drake's only played a game.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels is the best, and then Caleb and then him.
Bo Nix. I think this is no offense. I just think he is okay, and that's the best he'll be is okay. I might have to go downstairs and reprimand.
Shane, can you go reprimand?
No.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, man. All right, on to the next one.
oh, are we saving this to the full Steelers section?
We can chat. Steelers are the greatest team in the history of football.
Steelers going to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Okay.
Go Steelers.
Here we go. Steelers. No, we'll get in a full stat breakdown later of this game.
Well, 32-13, Steelers won against the Raiders. Jaden Fields is a dog.
Justin.
What did I say?
Jaden.
Oh, I still got Jaden Daniels on my mind. Justin Fields is a dog.
Might not be.
Najee Harris is a dog. Yeah, which we'll
talk about it. We'll talk about that. TJ Watt, dog.
Yeah.
Dante Jackson, dog.
Brock Bowers, dog.
Sad. Yeah.
Brock Bowers had a great game.
Max Crosby, annoying.
Yeah, we don't like him. He's on the bad list too. Throw him on there.
No, Max Crosby's not getting interviewed.
Okay, throw him on the list too.
Okay.
That's
we'll
get into it.
Yeah. Falcons Panthers, another game that was just over before it really started.
Honestly, cannot believe the Panthers scored 20 points.
They probably scored it in garbage time.
Probably, but still.
Andy Dalton is the quarterback that will score you some points, but you see, they won a single game. It was against the Raiders. The Falcons are really firing on all cylinders at this point. They're really coming into their own.
Yeah, I mean they look good so far. They did lose to the Steelers
because the Steelers are going to Super Bowl.
Yeah, correct. But the Falcons are good. I still don't understand the Michael Penix Jr. pick, but that's okay.
I have him in Dynasty just because...
You do?
I like him.
Listen, he's not going to start for at least 3 years.
Probably.
He's going to be 20,000 years old.
Trust the process.
Okay, yeah, I trust the process.
Jordan Love.
No. Well, Jordan Love got drafted when he was young.
Yeah,
Michael Penix is 23 or 4. Yeah.
We'll see.
What are you talking about?
Well, what if Kirk Cousins...
explodes?
What if he explodes and then
Good
what?
Good point.
You never really
then what? No, I didn't. I'll give you that.
But the Falcons are good and the Panthers are bad. That's the main takeaway from this game, is that the Falcons continue to be a good football team and the Panthers continue to suck.
Correct. Shout out Tyler Algier.
Yeah, big
for
ups.
Absolutely killing it.
Big ups.
Here's the game that I was waiting to talk about.
Oh, have you heard the song?
What song?
On TikTok about the Cowboys?
No.
I'll show you.
Okay. Everybody go on TikTok and look up Cowboys song. I don't know.
Yeah, if you haven't already heard it, it's funny. But the Lions absolutely.
On Jerry Jones' birthday. Happy birthday, Jer.
Jer Bear.
Have a good one. Oops, I clicked on it.
The final was 47-9.
Amazing.
I mean,
there couldn't be anything better.
I can't believe...
The only thing that would be better if the Lions scored more.
I can't believe the Pittsburgh Steelers lost to the Cowboys last week. Like, that's just so embarrassing.
I believe it, though. The Cowboys, when they're good, they're good. When they stink, they stink so bad. Yeah. Micah didn't play this game.
Micah didn't play last game.
Did he not?
No, not against the Steelers.
Ruh-roh. Well, that's okay. Lions look great. Jared Goff is great.
Aiden Hutchinson broke his leg in half.
Oh, yeah. Well, that did happen. But don't worry, because they'll have Max Crosby in like 2 weeks. So
I saw that they were looking into trade for Hassan Reddick from the Jets.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah, it is. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, one of those will happen.
Something they'll acquire some sort of edge rusher.
Correct. But yeah, Lions look great.
I mean,
Cowboys look not good at all.
The Cowboys are just so weird. Like, I think they're just
bad.
They're boom or bust.
Yeah,
literally they are. I don't know. I can't say
busted.
That they busted hard. I can't say that they're bad, but there's no way I can say that they're good. But I don't want to say they're mediocre because I think they can be really good and I think they can be really bad.
They are boom or bust.
Literally the definition.
Yeah.
The defense just clearly isn't good enough.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
47
I feel like that's
points.
their whole thing.
And they have zero run game. They physically can't run the ball.
Yeah, they have Ezekiel Elliott running the ball and Rico Dowdle.
One receiver. They have CeeDee Lamb, and that's it.
Hey, they have a Jalen Tolbert.
And he scored the game-winning touchdown against the Steelers. So
sure
I can't say too much.
Shout out Jalen Tolbert.
Shout out the Steelers defense.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah.
There's not much to
The
say.
Lions are good.
They are good.
I can say that definitively. Okay, it's big ass snooze fest here. I watched this Sunday night with my big buddy Quentin.
Why is he big?
Big in
love.
Yes, he's not. He actually lost a lot of weight. Shout out Quentin. The Bengals Giants game was the biggest snooze fest of my entire life.
Yeah, you're watching two mid teams have a mid off.
Oh, dude, they're the Bengals defense was so trash can against the Ravens. Like, they got absolutely torn to bits. And then the Giants just made them look like the greatest defense of all time. They look like the Steel Curtain out there.
Well, yeah, it's because the Giants have no offense.
Yeah, they don't have
their one neighbors. Shining star.
They don't have Devin
out.
Singletary either. But shout out Tyrone Tracy, had a good game.
Sure. Shout out what's his name? What's their receiver?
Quandale Dingle? Wandale Robinson?
Wandale Robinson. Shout out Quandale Dingle too, though.
No,
did Wandale Robinson do literally anything?
Yeah, he had a good game.
Did he?
Yeah.
You know what?
Shout out. That can catch the ball.
Was it this week or last week? Bryce Ford Wheaton. That was last week.
Don't.
But still, shout out him.
Bryce Ford Wheaton for
Bryce Ford Wheaton, Mountaineer for life.
He also gave the Pitt Panthers the backyard brawl win a couple years ago because the ball went right through his hands into MJ Devonshire's hands for the pick six that gave us the win. But
don't matter.
He was absolutely destroying us.
I love Pat White, and I love. I love him.
Okay.
Now my brain farted.
But the Bengals Giants game, the biggest takeaway is that both of these teams are just okay right now. The Bengals defense is so abhorrently bad, and the Giants are just the Giants.
They're both mid.
Bills Jets. I didn't get to watch this. I was at work.
I watched this game. I think I watched the first 3 quarters because I had to go do something. I forget what.
Yeah.
But it was. I don't know. Like, the Bills should win by more than that, in my opinion. The Jets are like, which we'll talk about their trade later, but the Jets are like a shell. You know, like it's like Aaron Rodgers is trying to like make an 80-year-old man play contact football. Like, it just doesn't work. He's like, you can do it.
He's just getting every single person.
Yeah,
and he's just like. He's just trying to will this team to wins, and it's just not working.
Alan Lazard is, like, absolutely murdering, and I don't understand why. But, like, the Bills are such a good team, and they won by 3 to the now 2-4 Jets.
2-4 is crazy to me for the Jets.
Me too.
Because, like, if you look at their team on paper, it's just like, how is this team 2-4?
It's because Garrett Wilson is a dog, and Aaron Rodgers, like, has no connection with him. They have no chemistry.
Last week, Garrett Wilson had 22 targets. He's literally just trying to do everything he can to get this man to get this going.
They have no chemistry whatsoever. Breece Hall is, like, good sometimes.
He finally had a decent, 111 rushing yards, I think. Garrett Wilson had a good game. He had, he had a touchdown.
No, Garrett Wilson had a good game. But they still don't have...
They lost.
Which, now they have Devontae Adams.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's like, they should be good. But I'm still worried that they won't be good because their offensive line sucks.
Like, we said they should be good already, and they're just not good.
Correct.
So they get this top 5-ish wide receiver, and are they good now? I don't know.
I don't know.
What is the difference here that gets this team over
their
the hump?
offensive line stinks.
Yeah, it does. And they got all these O-linemen this offseason.
And they all stink. And they all suck.
It's Aaron Rodgers' fault.
It is. Can we put him on the list too? Nah. Well, he'd entertaining enough.
He'd be a good interview.
You're right. Aaron Rodgers, you can come on.
Yeah.
Don't bring Max Crosby though.
Bring Devontae Adams.
Yeah. Who's the other one on our no fun list?
Nick Sirianni.
No
fly list. He's on the no fly list.
There you go.
Okay, teams on bye last week were the Dolphins, Vikings, Rams, and Chiefs. We will talk about them this week.
Vikings and Chiefs are 5-0 and get a break.
Yeah, that's silly. That's silly.
Well, it's not like they knew.
That's silly Billy. I know, but it's just silly.
That is silly Billy. And then the Dolphins stink and the Rams stink worse. There's nothing to talk about there.
Dude, a Rams-Dolphins game might be the worst game to ever watch right now.
Unless Tua's back.
I know, but the teams as...
And Cooper Kupp's back. Is Puka out for the year?
No, but he's sus.
Puka sus.
Why can't they put that on fantasy as a designation? Questionable, SUS. Out, or sus? Wait, they do. It's suspended.
No. That's right. Okay, he's not that kind of sus.
No, not yet.
Not yet. That's nice.
So that was our recap of the games. We'll talk about stuff that's happened during this week in regards to news.
We can just kind of run through them because we kind of already covered all these.
Yeah. So the big injuries.
Oh, sorry, it was my turn to talk. Marvin Harrison got absolutely blasted. Goodbye. Rest in peace. No, he's alive. Olave, same thing.
Might be dead.
He might be dead.
He has been ruled out for the week though.
He's alive though.
He's living. Yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson's leg broke into 50. I don't think you can make that noise about an injury. Aiden Hutchinson's leg got broke in, if I had to assume, multiple places. It had to have.
It wrapped around the guy's leg.
It's really bad. Don't Google it.
Unless you
do it, yeah.
But he's out. He's done for the year.
Yeah, he's done.
He might be done for part of next year.
Really?
It depends on how bad that
really
leg break was.
Okay, well...
But happier news.
Well, let's just run... We have some bullet points here about just big stuff that happened this week.
Yeah.
So let's just run through them real quick. Bucks put up 51 on the Saints. Kind of covered that already. Lions absolutely destroyed the Cowboys. You love to see it. Drake May started, and he played well, but he lost.
Yeah.
I see 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, and a fumble. So I guess actually he didn't really play that well, but he played.
Yeah. The whole point's to put up points, and he did that.
Yeah. I guess so. Spencer Rattler started, and they almost came back.
But they didn't. That's kind of a typical Spencer Rattler sort of thing. It's like, he sucks. Oh, wait, he's really good. He sucks.
Isn't this his first?
Yeah, but that's how he was
in college.
And,
yeah.
Nick Sirianni's a B word.
Oh, yeah, I did write that. Sorry. Inappropriate. Caleb Williams, 4 touchdowns. What a guy. What a success
Breakout
story.
Game.
Well, you want to talk about trades?
Yeah, the trades are the happy news. I'll do the first one, you do the second one.
Sure.
And we'll both...
The third one is garbage.
Yeah, the third one, we don't care. We'll talk about the third one first, actually, because nobody cares.
Yeah,
that
okay.
much.
Good
Okay,
point.
so Cam Akers got traded to the Vikings. What? I don't...
Not like this doesn't make any sense.
If we'll get into fantasy next. Does this matter for anything? Does this matter for the game or for fantasy? Like
this just like this was a loss trade. Like the Viking, there's no way that Ty Chandler is so bad and that Aaron Jones is so hurt that they needed. I think Aaron Jones is playing this week.
I thought he was.
So why Cam Akers? And then also
just for a body, I guess. I guess they really just don't like Ty Chandler that much.
Cam Akers is
okay,
but Joe Mixon's out. So
he's
now
back
the Texans...
I'm pretty sure he's back.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay, but still, they don't have a good backup then.
Dude, Dameon Pierce.
Sorry. You're right, man. Still, it makes no sense. I don't get it for either of them.
I just don't really care.
Whatever.
You can talk about the whichever one you want.
I want to do Bills.
Do it.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Okay, Amari Cooper is a Bill.
Facts.
I think he got traded for like a 3rd round pick.
Mm-hmm. It was a 3rd and a 5, and they gave him Cooper and a 6. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, yeah, the Browns are dumb.
Well, yeah,
but they're already so terribly bad that they can't get more terribly bad. So why not just trade away their one piece? Yeah, goodbye Njoku. One piece. Goodbye Njoku. Goodbye any resemblance of.
Not Myles
winning
Garrett,
no, they will never trade Myles Garrett. He'll leave.
He could honestly, but I don't think he would. Although if they wanted $1 billion draft picks,
they could trade him.
Myles Garrett.
But listen, the Bills now have an amazing wide receiver core. They went from having Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman.
Khalil Shakir is good.
Khalil Shakir is good. He won me a week in fantasy. Shout out Khalil Shakir. But now they have them and Amari Cooper.
Amari Pooper.
Amari Pooper, big upgrade.
He might catch 20 balls next game.
Amari Cooper is about to eat. If you have Amari Cooper in fantasy, congratulations, you won.
Hopefully.
I hope so. I have him.
I don't.
But
the next one might have a negative effect in fantasy.
It's a doozy.
Davante Adams went to the Jets. If you're watching this, you probably heard that already, but we're gonna talk about it. We already talked about it, kind of. Is this the move that puts them over the hump? We'll find out on Sunday night. I'll see it in person.
That's right.
With Donald Trump right next to me, because Donald Trump's gonna be at the game.
He will.
Yeah, Donald Trump's coming to the Steelers
Why?
game. I don't know.
Okay.
But he's gonna be there, and I'm gonna be there, and we're me and the former president are gonna be watching the same thing at the same time.
At the same place, not even on TV. That is
crazy.
something.
It is pretty crazy, man. But I'm gonna see firsthand. So next week you'll get a firsthand account of Davante Adams on the Jets.
That's great.
Right now I'm gonna talk about. I just don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. Aaron Rodgers had a great connection with him in Green Bay.
Sure.
Is it gonna carry over now? Different. It's not even a different offense though, because the OC is basically Aaron Rodgers. It's Nathaniel Hackett, but
it's not.
It's Aaron Rodgers. He's just going to be throwing the ball to whoever he wants, whenever he wants. Does this kill Garrett Wilson? Does it make Garrett Wilson better? Does this make Davante Adams better? Does it make him worse? We have no idea.
See, what I think, honestly, is that this The Jets' record is going to be identical because their O-line sucks so bad that it doesn't matter. But I think this makes Davante Adams better in fantasy, and I think this makes Garrett Wilson better because you can't double both of them. Somebody's going to be wide, and both of them. Garrett Wilson is a middle of the road wide receiver one. Davante Adams is Davante Adams.
Yeah.
So having two wide receiver ones on one offense, somebody's going to be eating.
I would say, yeah, in terms of, I think Wilson's going to have similar to production to what he does now, and he has good production now. He got 22 targets last week. That is insane. I think that's definitely going to go down. His target share is going to go down, but I think his production is going to stay similar just because, I mean, he's not going to need all those targets, but he can still put up the same production because
he's not covered.
Yeah, there's no defense is going to be able to just completely shut down both of those guys in a game.
I think leaving Davante Adams open is the dumbest thing you can do. So they're going to have to leave Garrett Wilson open, which is like the second dumbest thing you can do.
Yeah, no. So we'll see what the Steelers' plan is. I have
Go Steelers.
We'll talk about it, though.
Go Steelers.
Here we go. Okay.
Well,
so we'll move on to the next topic, which I'm going to...
Which Kirby didn't write.
I did not write, but
he was supposed to.
I don't really need to.
It's okay.
So we're going to talk about fantasy right now.
Waiver pool.
Welcome to the segment about fantasy football called the Waiver Pool.
That was awesome.
So I'm going to talk about the players that are most on the up on the waivers in fantasy, first of all, and also I'm going to give updates on the 2 elite fantasy leagues. Ryan is part of one of them, which is the Dynasty League. We have a Dynasty League and we have a Redraft League.
I just want to say this. When we talk about waivers, we should talk about the regular league, not the fantasy one. Or the Dynasty one. I mean.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because the Dynasty one, like number 1 on waivers, is going to be like some bum who scores like 3 points.
The Sleeper has a trending up thing, and it's just all of their leagues. So I'm going to use that, but I'm going to give the updates right now. I used to do a video on Elite Clan.
I remember.
Which was very long and very annoying of me recapping the league and like all the teams and like all the stuff. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go over records as they are right now. I'm not even going to talk about the games. So I'm going to cover Dynasty first. And the graphics will be up on the screen so you can see it. Actually, they won't be. Actually, we'll make graphics.
Well, I'll put them on.
Okay.
They'll be on there.
So in the Southern League,
just name it. The League 1. There's 2 conferences in this.
Yes, there's 2 conferences in the Dynasty League.
Conference 1, Conference A, Conference A, Uno, whatever.
Involves Blaine, Sean, who's Blaine's friend from work, my dad. Shout out my dad.
Shout out your dad.
Devin, who's also Blaine's friend from work, and then Quentin. So you should know Blaine, my dad, and Quentin. And then Sean and Devin.
Know his dad.
You should definitely know my dad. And then Sean and Devin are 2 names you've probably never heard.
But that's okay.
And then the other league, which is Conference 2 or B,
or Dose,
is Shane, Ryan, me, Nick, who you don't know, and Drew Locke, who we talked about earlier.
Yes.
And leading the league Division A or 1 or whatever it is Blaine. He's 5-1. You'll have the graphics up here. Shane is also 5-1 in the second league. So right now in the playoff bracket, it's Shane, Sean, Blaine, and
me,
and Ryan.
Can I just say something?
For sure.
I am the first one to 1,000 points.
This is true. You have 1,009.
I have 1,009. I put up over 185 3 weeks in a row. 200, 185, 200, and then I put up 130. But we don't.
Because you got all the old heads in Dynasty. You got the old heads out there.
Well, you know what? Look at me now. Okay, but keep going.
So yeah, so I'm 3-3. I mean, you'll see all the stuff up here. I think definitely the best team so far, even though Ryan's 4-2, has definitely been Ryan.
I also think so. Cooper Kupp's supposed to come back this week. I have him. I did trade for Rashee Rice. Oopsie doopsie. That guy's gone.
You did trade for Derrick Henry, though, for me.
And I did trade Justin Fields for Terry McLaurin, who's eating.
No, well, my dad got robbed on that one. Shout out my dad.
Yeah, well, your dad sent it to me, so...
Shout out my dad.
Your dad is... pity the fool, you know?
So yeah, that is the update for the Elite Dynasty League.
Going pretty well.
The best matchup this week, I would say, is probably Shane against Sean, because that's 5-1 against 4-2.
That is a big one, yeah.
But this is a $10 buy-in league, so it's $100 for win. This is the first year of this league.
I will say, yeah, we did a Dynasty last year, and then half the people didn't show up. I did win.
Yeah, and Blaine had to pay him out of his own pocket.
You bet.
People didn't pay their buy-in, which is not even their fault. I think it's Blaine's, because he didn't ask them. Anyway.
Hey, I got my money. So it's no one's fault.
We're going to move on to the redraft league, which Ryan is not a part of.
I'm not.
Last week, I lost in the redraft league. It's on ESPN. It's a 10-team league. We'll throw graphics up here. You'll see everything. Chris leads. He's 5-1. You guys maybe know Chris. We've mentioned him a few times. I'm tied with second with Seth. You guys definitely know Seth. He's not here. We both are 4-2, and then there's a bunch of people tied for fourth at 3-3. It's Tyler, Davidson, Blaine, Shane, and Kyler. Kyler and Tyler. Ooh. And then the bottom of the league's Quentin. I think Quentin is actually bad at fantasy football, confirmed. He's 1-5.
What was he in ours? He was low.
He is 2-4 in Dynasty. I think Quentin's confirmed bad at fantasy football. Guys, comment down below if you've gotten this far. # Quentin sucks at fantasy football.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those
and if you comment that, we'll tell you his address.
Yes. Yes. And you can send him a package. Right?
With anything you want in it.
With anything you want in it. So yeah, so those are the fantasy league updates. Right now we're gonna go to the most people that are picked up on the waiver wire. Number 1, can you guess?
No.
Sean Tucker.
Yeah.
Duh.
Makes sense.
I picked him up.
I don't think he'll do anything. Sorry.
He probably won't.
I think that he might get like 10 touches next game for like 20 yards.
This is something you see in like 4 years on like a TikTok slideshow. It's like,
yeah, remember when Sean Tucker
remember the
went
Sean
off?
Tucker game?
Well, I remember.
Dude, I remember that. Dude.
Bucky went off that game too.
Dude, Buck. Second, Dermis Johnson.
Oh.
He's the second running back for the Jags who had more touches than Tank in the game when ETN got hurt.
That's strange.
Dermis Johnson's been in the league for a minute, 5 years. Third, hail to Pitt, baby. Bub Means had a good game with Spencer Rattler. First game with them together.
Shout out, Bub.
I saw a Theo Ash breakdown, which normally I don't like Theo Ash.
Really?
Only because he picked Myles Garrett to be Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Well, he was right, so...
But yeah, Bub Means had a good game.
Wait, you mean he picked him at the beginning or at the end?
At the end.
Oh,
no, he
didn't.
He like...
I think maybe he predicted it.
No, he said that Myles Garrett deserved it.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not cool.
This is a weird one. Jerry Jeudy...
It's because of Amari Cooper's...
Yeah.
I have him.
Jeudy.
I drafted Jerry Jeudy.
Normally owned, even though he kind of sucks really bad. But
I mean, he never started for me, but yeah. I have Jerry Jeudy on my roster. He probably went up because Amari Cooper is gone.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And then so out of the guys I've named in a redraft league, do not touch Sean Tucker.
No.
Dernis Johnson, if it's a 12-man, I would consider it just because
for Dynasty?
No, for redraft.
Oh, just for...
Yeah.
Nah.
I would consider him way more than Sean Tucker. Just because he got more touches than Tank.
But I would take Tank over him anyway.
Probably. Yeah. And then Bub in a redraft league.
No,
unless Olave is really going to be out long term. Maybe this week Bub would be a good pickup. But
yeah, if you have Olave...
As soon as Olave comes back, Bub Means is nothing.
No.
But the fact that Olave is out, I would consider
if you
Bub.
have Olave and he's on your injury reserve, then sure.
Yeah. And then Jeudy... I would pick up Jeudy.
I would pick up
Jeudy because there's it's him and Elijah Moore and David Njoku. Deshaun Watson is so bad, but if they get famous Jameis in there, Jeudy might be able to be a viable flex option in a 12-man league.
Listen, the Browns will score more and they'll also throw more interceptions, but it doesn't matter.
They'll throw more.
In fantasy.
It doesn't matter in fantasy. Number 5 is Romeo Doubs. If he's not owned in your league, I don't know who you're playing with. Romeo Doubs is owned in most leagues, I'm pretty sure.
I would assume so.
But if he's not, pick him up immediately. What are you doing? Evan Ingram is 6.
Whatever.
What league is he not owned in?
Yeah, I don't really...
Devon Vele, a wide receiver for the Broncos, who had 11 points last week. Previously, he had... Ew, what the Sigma? He had 11.9 points week 1. No points for the next 4 weeks. And then he had 11.8 points.
Can I tell you something?
Week 6. I think they're playing NCAA.
I do hear screaming. But listen... You numbskulls. pick up people after they score one good game. It does not matter, okay?
Do not.
Unless they are the starter.
Whatever
like a starting running back or wide receiver 1 somehow. Like,
don't pick up Devon Bailey.
You're the same people who start Rashid Shaheed after 5 weeks. Like, you're an idiot.
Well, Shaheed is out. He got surgery. We didn't mention that. I just saw that news. Yeah. Whoa, wait, that's why Bub Means is so high. They have nobody catching the ball.
Oh, okay. Well, then
pick up Bub Means
maybe
immediately. Pick up Bub Means now.
Still, though, if you're starting Rashid Shaheed week 4, like, you're dumb.
Maybe in a deep 12-man.
Yeah, maybe in a 32-man.
Devon Bailey, everybody. Never pick up Devon.
Say that.
Don't pick up Devon Bailey.
No.
Zach Ertz is a very consistent 8 to 10 points.
Yeah, that's not a bad choice. But again, he should probably be.
He should definitely be owned in your league.
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers should be owned definitely now though, because Devontae Adams is gone. And then number 10 is Kamani Vidal, who I have in Dynasty Chat. I know ball. Kamani Vidal is a rookie running back for the Chargers. He just had his best game. Oh my goodness. Do not pick him up. Please. You could, but I'm not going to advise it yet. I would like to see one more game. This is literally the first game he's put up a single point.
Again, though, people see that and go, whoa, this guy's good.
He had a lot of preseason hype. He had a good preseason, and he made the team. People didn't think he was going to make the team, and the fact that he did enough to make the team made people confident in him. It took him 5 weeks to put up a single fantasy point. Let it marinate one more week, please.
Well, you can pick him up. Do not start him.
Yeah,
and do not drop anybody who has actual
hope.
Yeah.
So I went over the top 10 on the sleepers trending up. So that is basically what I'm going to cover for the waiver pool. Next week we'll see how the week in fantasy did.
Yeah, we'll recap that. I don't know. Fantasy is... I don't know. It changes so much that it's like...
It changes
I'm saying
so
that Bub sucks, and then next week he'll score 100 points. So
maybe
egg on my face.
With no wide receivers, he might score 100 points. Okay.
Well, next is the roundup.
Okay. Gonna do a little thing right now.
Go ahead.
So that was the waiver pool, and we covered all our fantasy stuff. Now it's on to... The roundup.
Sorry, I forgot again.
We're just going to do that every time.
That's
our transition.
That's awesome.
So do you want to... Who goes first?
Yeah, well, okay, so in this little section, it's like just quick rundowns of other sports that we enjoy but aren't football, because football is better.
Football is my favorite sport. Even though I played baseball my whole life, I still like football more because it's more entertaining, and because the Steelers don't make me want to kill myself as much as the Pittsburgh Pirates do.
Football is also my favorite sport. However, if it's a Monday night and there's only one TV, Raw is getting put on the TV. So I just want to put that out there. So yeah, we're going to talk about MLB, NHL, right? Yeah, we have NHL, college football, NBA, WWE, and UFC. Nothing long, quick, especially UFC. UFC is literally nothing this week because there's nothing important.
Do you want to shoot first?
Yeah, I can go.
Okay.
So we'll start with the NBA, I guess. Feel free to add your 2 cents.
I got.
Yeah, you got? Okay.
No, I don't.
Well, the NBA season, I'm not really talking about this week because it's just preseason. I'm more focused on next week. Also, did we say that this is released weird? We did. Yeah. In a normal week, this is going to come out on like a Thursday, probably.
We're going to try and get it in before any of the NFL games start, but this week it's not going to happen.
So I'm talking about NBA from today, which is Wednesday when we're filming this, comes out Saturday probably.
One of the days before Sunday.
Correct. So I'm talking about from now, Wednesday, until next Thursday. I think, is what I'm covering. The season starts on Tuesday. It's Knicks Celtics. That'll be a great game. I really don't know who would win that because the Knicks look so insanely different, and the Celtics just won the championship.
But they got Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns.
They do have Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns and all of those fellas over there.
All the fellas. All my fellas.
Wow, that's timely. And doesn't date this at all. Okay. Well, we're talking about sports. Of course, this dates it anyway. Give me the Knicks. I don't care. Lakers Wolves also that day. Timberwolves. LeBron and Bronny first game together. It's kind of a big deal.
And Blake Hinson. Shout out. Hell to Pitt.
Yeah, sure. But Bronny and LeBron, that's actually kind of awesome.
That's historical.
That is historical. So that's also that night. It's later. I don't know. Lakers. No. Well, yeah, because the Wolves have like Anthony Edwards, just like.
I love it.
And that's it. He's a beast. Give me the Timberwolves.
Okay.
I don't know, the Lakers kind of stink. They have LeBron and Anthony Davis, who's made of glass. And that's about it. Listen, you blow on Anthony Davis wrong and he breaks his leg. So
I'm not going to be doing that.
Duh. So I have some good games. Good game watch for this week. Magic Heat should be a good game. You know,
dude, that sounds like a
Magic Heat.
Magic Heat sounds lit.
You're right. It will be lit. It should be a good game. They're both good teams. Give me the Magic here. They're young. They're feisty. They're good.
Magic.
Yeah. Then they'll play that song when they win. Respect. Bucks 76ers. That's a great game. Giannis Embiid. However, we'll get into it later. PG will not be playing. Paul George is not playing in that game.
Why does he have something to do?
He has a bone bruise. But, you know, give me Bucks. Bucks they're great. I mean, Thanasis. I think he's still on the roster. But Giannis is a beast. Embiid is a wimp. So give me the Bucks. Suns Clippers. Now I'm a Clippers fan, but that will actually seriously probably be a good game. Seriously, for real, a good game. And I'm going to take the Clippers only because the Suns have literally no depth at all whatsoever. It is KD, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and no one. So the Clippers are at least, they have a lot of depth. So give me Kawhi and the Clippers. Bad game watch. Rockets Hornets. The Rockets are probably going to absolutely murder them. So that's great. Pelicans Bulls, same thing. Zion's probably going to score like 50, and the Bulls are going to die. Yeah, Michael Jordan. And then Nets Hawks, I just have that it's boring. So maybe don't watch that one. Like I just said, it's boring. So whatever.
Any comments on the Washington Wizards?
Who do they play? I forget.
I don't even know.
They're boring also. And that's it. Oh, I have news. Yeah, PG has a bone bruise, so he's out week 1. He's going to be reevaluated week 1. Clippers play in the new arena, Intuit Dome. It's like the biggest basketball arena like in the world. It's insane. It was like $3 bajillion to
Is it
build.
in the city?
I think it's like, yeah, but not in LA. It's like directly outside of LA. It's insane. I'll put a picture up.
Right here.
Right there. Lonzo is supposed to play. Hasn't played in 2 years. Dude, yeah.
He's probably going to get hurt.
He's got bad knees. If he gets hurt, I might cry. I'm not even kidding. Okay, so that's supposed to be, good for the Bulls. He's great. Karl Anthony Towns is a Knick. Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo are Timberwolves. That's kind of sad. They broke up the Villanova Knicks before they even played a single minute together. That is depressing. Oh, yeah, because the Knicks traded for Mikal Bridges over the offseason, too. So they had all 4 Villanova starters who all played together. And they're like best friends, and they immediately traded Dante DiVincenzo, which is sad. And then Jalen McDaniels was traded to the Spurs and then is going to be waived. I feel like he's a dog, and I don't get that.
I've actually heard of him.
Yeah, he's like not bad. Clippers, sign that guy right now. Thank you. That's it for NBA.
Dude, it's going to come out too late. They're not going to hear you. Somebody else is going to pick up Jalen McDaniels.
This is getting released right now. No, whatever. They won't because they hate me.
So the NBA is coming up.
Awesome.
Is sick. Is crap.
Correct.
But the season is starting soon, so we'll have even more awesomeness.
It's probably going to stick to about that long.
That's okay.
Maybe slightly
the
longer.
Awesomeness will be more.
It will be more awesomeness and more epicness.
Holy cannoli, turn the ringer off.
I was going to say, what beep was that? That wasn't me.
Oh, it might have been... Are you sure it wasn't your...
It was.
Your macular?
Oops, it was my macular. Sorry, everybody.
Okay, so now, after you listen to the NBA, the National Basketball Association, let's talk about now on to some of the MLB updates. The Major League Baseball.
That's the one.
So this week is the ALCS and NLCS, which is the American League Championship Series and the National League Championship Series. So we missed the whole dang season, basically. But we're getting the tail end, which is the best, most entertaining part.
It's the only part I care about.
Some people may say. Well,
I'll say that.
It's the only part I don't care about, because the Pirates are never involved.
Well, that is true.
But
shout out Paul Skeens.
Shout out Paul Skeens.
My friend, Colton.
Shout out Colton.
Shout out Colton. Ran into him and Livy Dunn at a Tyler Childers concert.
W Riz.
I heard that him and Livy Dunn did...
brush arms?
Yes, and they might have done some extracurricular activities, allegedly. I don't know, though.
That is a rumor.
That is a rumor that he made up, or at least told me.
That Livy told you.
Yeah, Livy told me.
That didn't... Never mind.
It didn't happen.
So, in the ALCS, it's the New York Yankees versus the Cleveland Guardians, which Guardians in the ALCS is actually surprising to me. So far, the Yankees lead that 2-0. There might be actually a game playing right now. Let me take a gander.
For some reason, I thought it was over.
It might be. Let me check scores. No. There is a game today, but it just started between the Dodgers and Mets. There's no score yet. Yesterday, the Yankees took their 2-0 lead over the Guardians. And in the NLCS, it's the Mets and Dodgers. That series is tied at 1. That the tie will break today, I assume, because you can't tie in a baseball game. And they're playing right now.
Very insightful. By
this time next week, we'll have, if not the two people playing in the World Series, but definitely a better idea of who's going to be in it. The nominees for the Gold Glove were announced on Tuesday. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, because there's 3 at each position in each league.
Oh my god!
So I'm not going to go through that.
Maybe hit the
most notable storyline is Nolan Arenado versus Matt Chapman for Gold Glove in the NL at third base, because Matt Chapman has won like 4 out of the last 6 in the AL, moved to the NL this year with the Giants, and is nominated again. And then, of course, Nolan Arenado always winning it, even though he's a fraud.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, baseball is winding down, but the offseason is always uber interesting.
I'm excited just talking about it.
Oh, I'm so hyped for the Pirates.
Go Dodgers.
Bobby Crosby, shout out.
Shout out Bobby Crosby.
Pick ups to Bobby Crosby.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of shout outs. There's also a lot of hating.
We hate Nick Sirianni.
Done. Yeah, we even have a list. Okay, well, was that it?
That's it for the MLB.
That was beautiful. And that's, I think, every single thing you said I didn't know. So now I do.
Learning.
Well, I wrote some stuff about WWE. I wrote a lot more than I'm going to say, but I'll just do a quick recap. On Raw, Rhea Ripley.
Is that the girl?
She's one of the girls.
Is she the girl that is like with the black hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't clap next to the mic. Yeah.
She was interrupted by Tiffany Stratton.
Oh.
That's it. I quit. And then they got ambushed by Liv Morgan and Raquel. And then it's great. Oh, you don't even know anything.
I think I know those names.
Probably. Tiffany Stratton is like cutesy pink, cute girl. And Rhea Ripley's like, I'm nasty and mean. They tagged together. They teamed up later in the show. But we'll talk about that. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill beat Damage Control to retain tag titles. We all saw it coming. Finn and JD McDonough have the men's tag titles on Raw. Adventure Time. What is that from?
Finn.
Oh. Finn Balor. And then they were forced to have an open tournament for contenders.
Who forced them?
The GM, Adam Pearce. So a tag team not legendary. I like them. The War Raiders came back after being gone for months, and they absolutely destroyed Alpha Academy. That was the first match in this contenders tournament, I guess. Then the next match, Braun Breaker beat Kofi Kingston. No surprise.
Oh, I know that name.
Yeah. Shout out Kofi. He's a dog. Xavier Woods ran out to protect Kofi. Xavier Woods.
Okay.
He's a dog. But then Jey Uso saved him. Xavier Woods did not look happy because they got a whole thing going on right now. Xavier Woods kind of mad at Kofi, and it's a big back and forth. So that was a pretty good match, though. And then R-Truth pinned The Miz in like 5 seconds, which was amazing. Not much to say. And then that tag team that I was talking about, the Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax interrupted the tag match and got no contest. Nobody won. And then Tiffany Stratton has the Money in the Bank right now. Yes.
What if they did women's and they mixed it with the men's WWE?
Listen to this, dude. They have done that.
And what happened?
Well, usually the men don't hit the women. You just have to tag in the woman.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
Because
it's all like acting.
It is. But it's unsightly to have like a man like throw a woman through a table.
I guess. But
at least some people.
Rhea Ripley doesn't feel like a woman.
Yeah, she beats on Dominic Mysterio all the time. Well, she does feel like a woman. I don't know what you mean by that.
She feels like a woman.
She does feel like a woman. Nia Jax interrupts. Tiffany Stratton has the Money in the Bank, and she could have cashed on Liv Morgan, but Dominic Mysterio saved her. Wow, what a guy. And then SmackDown on Friday. Not much known right now. Roman Reigns and Randy Orton will be there. So, RKO. Andrade and Hayes have their 7th match, and whoever wins faces LA Knight, who has the U.S. title right now. That's a big match. And Angel and Berto, who suck really bad, are going against an unknown tag team. It was not announced yet. It'll be a surprise.
Dude, what if it's Applesauce Productions?
What if it's It might be. And then next Raw, Jey Uso and Braun Breaker fight for the Intercontinental. Jey has it right now. And then also, next week, more tag stuff for the tournament. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee against the Creed Bros. Give me the Creed Bros there.
Creed?
Creed.
Like the band?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like the brothers. And then the New Day versus Authors of Pain. And the New Day is Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. So give me them because they're
Speaking
cool. Ignore that blip. Beep. Yeah, there you go. That's it.
That's it for the WWE?
Yep.
Okay. That's really interesting because I don't know anything about WWE, so I'm listening.
Well,
and
you're talking about Gold Gloves over there, and I don't get that either. So
it's just the best defender, basically.
All right.
At each position. Okay.
By the way, Seth's here.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to say hi? He's mute.
Camera shy, I guess.
He's microphone shy.
So the next sport
he's crying.
Maybe he's not cut out for the show. The next sport we're going to be covering is everybody's favorite, the National Hockey League.
How much do you have for this?
That's a little bit. Drew Locke, if you're listening to this part, I'm sorry. I'm probably not doing a service to your favorite, maybe favorite sport. So they started last week. So it's pretty early in the league, but I'm going to touch on the stat leaders and division leaders.
Penguins.
Go Penguins. Let's go Pens. Is that what? Yeah.
Sure.
As of 10/16/24, which is today, which is Wednesday. So the Florida Panthers are leading in the Eastern Atlantic Division. The New Jersey Devils are leading in the Eastern Metropolitan Division. That's the division the Pens are in. The Dallas Stars are leading in the Western Central Division, and the Calgary Flames are leading in the Western Pacific Division.
I don't want to interrupt. I did not even know the season had started.
Really?
Nope. I thought it was like preseason or something.
Nope.
My bad.
It's a real deal.
Go Pens.
It's the real deal. Real spiel.
Let's go Crosby.
Okay. Now I'm going to talk about stat leaders. I
Right.
can't really talk about anything interesting because I don't know much about the interesting parts. So I'm going to talk about the numbers.
So Sidney Crosby's clearly like killing.
As of Wednesday, the stat leaders in points were Sam Reinhart, Mark Stone, and Jack Eichel. They were all tied with 8.
Shout out to Stone.
2 of them were on the same team, so they might have played like more games than the other teams. That's why they have more points. I'm not sure if these guys are actually good or whatever, but those are the stat leaders. Okay, those are the stat leaders. The
awesome.
leader in goals, difference between goals and points.
I knew that.
Okay, Dylan Gunther. He has 5. I didn't write the team, so if you're listening, it's Dylan Gunther for some team. He might be Dallas, maybe. I don't know. In terms of goaltending, I used one stat. Jake Allen leads with .5 GAA, which is basically your average goals allowed per 60 minutes, which is the total time of game. So it doesn't count overtime or shootouts.
He's been, like, locking down.
He's locked down AF. Jake Allen. Shout out.
Let's go. LOL. TTYLXOX.
So that's all I have for the NHL.
Great.
Cheers to the next week.
Short and sweet.
And hopefully next week we can give you more, maybe in-depth information.
Or maybe not, but
better.
That's okay.
More awesome. We're looking for awesomeness here at the
Applesauce
Benchwarmers.
Hey, I just want to mention real quick, I forgot to mention one thing about WWE. Cody Rhodes and Gunther are real angry at each other.
Gunther.
That's about it.
Okay. Next sport.
Oh, UFC. Honestly, there's nothing going on. There's no title fights this weekend. It's Hernandez Pereira, not the good one. I don't there's literally nothing. Pereira's 31-11. He's got longer arms. I'll give him the dub.
How long?
I don't know.
Okay.
And then Font against Phillips, and guess what Phillips' first name is? Kyler.
Oh, Kyler, shout out, big ups.
So clearly, I picked that guy to win. I think he also had a longer reach, and he's 12-2. The other guy's 20-8, but that's not as good in my opinion. So, shout out Kyler. He'll take the win, and that's it.
Wow. Now on to a sport, not a sport, a type. It's NCAA football. It's called football.
That is a sport.
Yeah, but football is the sport, and that's the
college is the location.
Yeah, the location. Yeah, a lot of people like this more than the NFL.
Wrong.
I think my mom likes this more than the NFL.
Your mom is
hey,
sexy. Sorry.
So I'm gonna cover the best of last week's games and then the good ones coming up this week. Okay.
All right.
So best of last week, Arizona State upset number 16 Utah on Friday night. Friday night games go crazy.
For a non-student, yes. For student,
True.
I would like nothing more than there to not be a Friday night game.
Yeah, that's true. Number 3 Oregon took down number 2 Ohio State by 1 point. So, I mean, not that crazy of a win for Oregon, but
but Oregon looks really good.
Yeah.
So,
Penn State, number 4, barely squeaked by USC. They won by a field goal in overtime.
That's because Penn State are fraudulent.
They are fraudulent. I hope Pitt makes the playoffs and gets to play Penn State because I want to beat them.
And you would.
We might, genuinely. Penn State is just, they almost lost to Bowling Green.
I got
accepted there.
I've been there physically.
Sick. Number 13 LSU beat number 9 Ole Miss by a field goal in overtime as well. That's two games I've listed in a row that were decided by a field goal in overtime.
What?
Ashton Genty had another 200-plus yard game against Hawaii. He has 1,248 rushing yards on the season. He averages 9.9 yards per carry.
The sad thing is, I still think the Heisman is going to be like Jaden Milroe.
Probably.
Which is really sad.
These are high school numbers. Like these are Derrick Henry high school numbers in college. I don't care that his competition isn't the greatest. It's college. It's still college. He has almost a first down per carry.
Giving him the ball is pretty much saying we're winning.
Yes. At this
it's
point,
hard to lose.
That's what it is. I'd also like to mention that Pitt is still undefeated. They won 17-15 against Cal. Kind of a bad game, but they're still undefeated.
I would like to mention that WVU is not doing great. However, they lost to Pitt, who's ranked. They lost to Penn State, who's ranked. And they lost to Iowa State, who's ranked. So you know what? It could be a lot worse. So we'll see. We have Kansas State this week, so that's got to be a win. I hope.
Next week's notable games, I only have a few of them here. Or 2 of them, actually. Number 7 Alabama against number 11 Tennessee. Always an interesting game between Tennessee and Alabama, even though they're not, top of the list. This is a good one. Georgia and Texas.
Wow.
Number 5 Georgia, number 1 Texas is next week. That's a late night game. That's going to be pretty sick to watch. Hopefully I get the opportunity to do so.
Listen. Georgia's real good. Texas is the best.
Yeah.
They are the best team in college football right now.
Yeah.
So, that will be a really good game. I think Texas wins.
Yeah,
I think that is not guaranteed, but...
So, next week we'll take a look at what happened. I'm pretty sure Pitt's off this week in terms of staying undefeated.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. I didn't see the game on the schedule.
Yeah, a WVU win this week would be huge for the program.
What would that get you guys to? 4-3?
That would be 4-3, and Kansas State is ranked right now.
Kansas State is ranked?
Yeah.
I thought they were they're not buns. I didn't know they were ranked, though.
Yeah, they are ranked. And I think they're ranked pretty decent. They're 17th.
Oh, that's pretty...
That's pretty good, and we need to beat them.
I mean, if you do, it's big ups.
That is a big win. We'll see.
So, yeah, that is it for the roundup. We covered all the sports maybe that you could want. If you want more, we're probably not going to cover them because this show is long AF.
If we're still doing this show in 2 years, we'll do Olympics.
True, we can cover the Olympics. We'll be there. Aren't they in LA? No.
Yeah.
Yes?
26? Yeah. No, that's 28.
Yeah.
26 is probably in like Norway or something.
Drew's going to be competing in the 28 Olympics. We told him we'd be there to watch him.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll be there.
Okay.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Well,
our next segment.
Ready?
Is the Scouting Report.
Oh, I do it. We're going to talk about next week's games. Football, NFL, and predict the scores. We're going to make it into a little game, maybe. We'll see how this works out. So we're predicting winner and score. If we get the winner right, it's worth 1. And if we get the score right on the dot, it's worth 5. Both teams have to be right. Honestly, this is probably going to go pretty fast. I think it should go fast because there isn't much to talk about.
No, we're just picking and saying.
We're just picking. So, here we go. You ready?
All right. Tomorrow night's game. This is already going to be outdated by the time you're listening to this.
Correct. But then it'll be funny because we'll say something
silly.
dumb and yeah, it's almost as silly as throwing 3 touchdowns or Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
Correct.
Okay. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos Saints. Broncos are definitely better.
Yeah.
They both are mid.
Yeah.
So give me the Broncos. I don't know. Like.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, how much could they score? Give me like 21 to like 9.
Okay. I'm gonna take the Broncos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little bit closer. I'm gonna say 20 to 13.
Okay, great pick. Patriots Jaguars. Ugh. Holy cow, this game stinks. So, yeah, that absolutely blows. I don't even know who I want to win or who will win. They're both 1-5. So, give me the Jaguars winning like 14-10.
Give me the Jags 23.
Whoa.
To 14.
Okay, there you go. Seahawks Falcons. This actually should be a good game.
Yeah.
I still think the Falcons are going to take it. I feel like we should be alternating who goes first. We'll start doing that.
Now?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to agree with you, though. I do think the Falcons are going to take this, though. I just think they're better.
Yeah,
I just think they're better, straight up. So, but I'm going to say... I think this one might go up and score. Let's go 31-25.
I was going to say the same thing. I also think it'll go up and score. Give me... honestly, maybe not really. I think it'll be closer.
Give me 24. 25 didn't make sense.
Give me 21-24. 24 Falcons, 21 Seahawks.
Okay.
I don't know why I said it backwards also, but that's okay. So, next... sorry, we're getting entertained in real time. Next is Bills-Titans. The Bills are absolutely going to romp the Titans. Give me, like, this might... I don't know how bold this is. Give me, like, Bills 32 to Titans 3. I don't even care.
That's possible. That's really
The Titans
possible.
are so bad and the Bills are so good.
Give me 35-10 Bills.
There you go.
Are we going to not agree on a game?
Well...
Let's go. Okay, so this is mine.
Yeah.
So the Browns are just so bad. They're just not going to... They might never win a game.
That's true.
I'm just going to go the Bengals. The Bengals offense is just... Well, allegedly elite. I don't know what the hell they were doing against the Giants. Producer Boomer's barking.
There's a dog biting my leg. My bad.
I think the Bengals are going to win this game. I made that pretty clear. But they just scored only 17 against the Giants. I'm going to give them 20-9.
I think this game is going to be scrappy in the bad way. I think that nothing's going to happen. I think it's really boring, and I won't watch it. Even though they're both in the AFC North, I still don't care. So, give me Bengals, I don't know, 10-6. It's boring.
I know, dude. Okay.
Texans-Packers, this is a great game.
Fire.
Good offenses, good defenses. Honestly, I don't know how you feel. Give me Green Bay.
Damn it. I wanted us to not agree on
you
something.
Agree too? Well, that's okay because we're alternating, so we can't be mooching. So, give me Green Bay. I don't think this is going to be a crazy scoring game. You know, give me 20-17. I think it's going to be a field goal game. I don't think they're going to score a lot because they're so good. Both of them.
I agree, and this is funny. The score I had in my head was 24-21, so we're pretty pretty much the same. I think it's going to be a field goal game. I think these teams are just too close
I agree.
In firepower, and
they're both contenders.
Yeah.
They're both really good.
Yeah, I think this is a great game.
Me too.
Okay. Next game is not a good game. Dolphins Colts.
Is Anthony Richardson healthy for this game?
I don't care. Joe Flacco, Anthony Richardson, doesn't matter. The Dolphins are not starting Tua. There's no way they win the game. There's just nothing they can do to win this game. The Colts are going to win. It's going to be the worst game you've ever watched. Again. The final score is going to be 17-6.
I agree. Colts are going to win. I don't know. 14-6. It's just, there's nothing.
There is just nothing.
Here we go. Lions-Vikings. That's a great game.
This is it.
This might be the game of the week, honestly. I don't know what's coming up. Yeah, it definitely is the game of the week, in my opinion. This is where I think the Vikings take their first loss. You think that too? There's no way the Vikings go 6-0 against the Lions. So give me the Lions. They both have pretty good defenses. Not crazy, though. I think they'll score a decent amount in this game. Give me Lions 28, Vikings 24. That's what you were going to say, too?
That's the number I had in my head.
28-24.
Can we agree on a score as well?
Yeah, dude, it don't matter.
Okay, because that was literally the number in my head.
That's funny.
Okay, everything Ryan said I agree with.
Great.
Okay, Eagles-Giants. Golly. Give me the give me the Eagles, actually. I was going to say Giants. Give me the Eagles. Their offense has too much talent for me to not give them the game, but I think it's going to be so bad again. I'm going to go 23-13.
Is Malik Neighbors playing? We got to check that real quick. That might change my answer, honestly. If Malik Neighbors is fully healthy and playing, I'm taking the Giants.
Really?
Yes.
Give me a sec. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I'm playing against him in fantasy.
Got to check.
He's questionable. He was limited today.
So probably not.
He needs an evaluation from an independent neurologist in order to suit up.
Okay, I'm just going to say he's not playing.
Okay.
So I'm going to go Eagles too.
Yeah.
Give me 17-14. I think it'll be close because they're both kind of mid. Actually, nah, give me 17-10 Eagles over the Giants. Raiders Rams. It's okay. You know what though? Give me the Rams. I'll take the Rams here. I think Cooper Kupp plays this week.
He is projected for points in fantasy. So.
There you go. So give me the Rams. What'd you say?
I said, but so is Malik Neighbors. So.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll stick with my answer. Give me the Rams. There's not much scoring that's going to be going on. Give me 21-17.
Okay. I genuinely just couldn't care less about this game, but I just don't see a way Matt Stafford loses this game to the Raiders.
I agree.
But I just don't think 24-14.
What's going on? We can cut this part out.
I was just saying my score.
No, what was going on?
Nothing. It was like the George Bush thing.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to cut it out.
Yeah, Seth whispered in my ear.
Turn on the TV any channel. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, I just did one. So
Panthers Commanders. Yeah, come on.
What do you mean, ooh?
I said ooh.
Yeah, ooh. What? It's not gonna be close.
Yeah. Well, I just like the Commanders.
Me too.
The Commanders are gonna win, and they're gonna score 35 points, and the Panthers are gonna score 20.
Give me Commanders over Panthers, 42-14.
Okay.
The Commanders are about to wipe the floor.
That's fair.
With the Panthers.
Ooh, now this is a good game.
This is a good game. Chiefs 49ers. Even though the 49ers have been disappointing, I still feel that this is pretty good. It's not like exceptional, but it's a good game.
It's a Super Bowl rematch.
It is. Oh, true. The Chiefs are 5-0, and I think they continue on this reign. So give me Chiefs over 49ers. They're not going to score a ton. 27-20.
All right, let me disagree with you.
Oh.
I'm going to go 49ers Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes
sucks.
No, but he's not having a very good season. He's getting bailed a little bit.
True.
A little bit bailed. I think the 49ers just had a really good game against the Seahawks. They're coming off a really good game. They need this win. They need this Super Bowl rematch. Chiefs are undefeated. They're like, we got Travis Kelce. We got Taylor Swift up in this. We got Jackson Mahomes. I think the 49ers are gonna win. They're at home.
Yep. That's fair.
I'm going to give it to the Niners. I'm going to go a field goal game. I'm going to go 27-24.
Okay, there you go. Jets Steelers.
Do we want to hold this to the Steelers section? I think we can.
It's also hard not to be biased here.
We're going to hold it to the Steelers
section.
section.
We'll
hold
wait.
it to the Steelers section.
Go Steelers.
Go Steelers. Okay, Ravens, Bucks. This is
we have 2 Monday night games.
I hate that.
That's strange. I don't like that either.
I think this is mine to predict first. Yes, because you predicted the Chiefs game first.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead.
Okay. All right, so we're back. Ravens, Bucks, good game. Great game. Awesome game. I don't like the Ravens. Oh, this is hard. Ooh, actually hard.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to go with the Ravens.
Fair.
I'm going to say 20-17.
Close.
A close game. I think these teams are both good.
Now, I'm going to disagree with you again. I think the Buccaneers are a better team than the Ravens. Both are very good, but I just think that Baker Mayfield is on absolute fire right now. He's a dog. Give me Buccaneers. I think it's going to be kind of high scoring. So give me like 31 Buccaneers. I think it's going to be a field goal game too. So give me 28 Ravens.
Fair.
And then Chargers Cardinals.
Ugh.
What a crappy 9 p.m. game. 9 p.m.? That's weird. Why, that's late.
Is it in...
It's in Arizona.
In the West Coast.
Lame. Won't be watching that probably.
Hell no.
What?
Hell no.
Chargers have the better record, but give me Cardinals. I think Cardinals take this, whether Marvin Harrison is there or not. They're both mid. I think Kyler Murray will probably rush for, 2,000 yards this game. So, give me Cardinals 17-10. Not a lot, but a decent amount.
For the sake... I just think the Chargers are going to win this game. they're just
Fair.
both of these teams are just so.
They are mid.
So, but I'll go. 16-10, Chargers win.
There you go. Well,
they're just.
Also, Bears and Cowboys are on bye.
Thank God for the Cowboys. Those fans
Cowboys honestly really need it.
Those fans don't want to watch a game this week.
Yeah, they need a break. Those fans need a mental break. Poor guys. No, I'm not. No. Cowboys fans are on the bad list. All of them. Every single one.
Cowboys fans are banned.
Banned.
Okay.
Well, that's it for that.
For the scouting report. Now on to my favorite. I'm most passionate about. We're moving on to the standard.
I forgot again.
Yeah. No, we get it. It's pretty good. This is about the Steelers.
Go Steelers.
Go Steelers. So last week, good game. I would say it's
for the Steelers. Yeah,
I would say it was a good team win.
Justin Fields didn't pass for much, but boy, did he run that ball.
He did run that ball. This is the issue. This is the issue at hand.
Correct.
While I was watching that game, it became very apparent to me that Justin Fields was not going to be able to hit the broad side of a barn that game. There was a drive in which we were in the red zone. It was actually... No, it wasn't the drive he threw the pick that got called back. It was a different drive.
I was going to say that drive...
Goal. It was the first score of the game was our field goal, I'm pretty sure. We moved down. He had Pat Freiermuth wide open up by the first down marker, threw it over his head. He had George Pickens wide open on third down, threw it over his head. And then I'm pretty sure on first down he had Pickens wide open again and just threw it over his head. He was just the passing was really bad. But he ran the ball like Lamar Jackson out there, like Mike Vick.
That call, I think it was fourth down. That call,
they ran
the fake handoff to Najee and him running around the side and pump faking a throw and then making it to the end zone. That was a great call. That was a great play.
Yes, I'm not going to say anything about Russ yet, but the game, I mean, Najee completely took over the game. TJ Watt took over the game on defense. He had 2 forced fumbles. They ran the ball to his side 2 times in that game, and it resulted in a forced fumble both times.
Yeah,
he had no sacks, but he didn't really need to.
Yeah, not with 2 forced fumbles, whatever. Shout out Cam Hayward. He did have a sack. He was the only sack on the team.
PQ had 13 tackles?
13 tackles. Only 1 for loss, but still, 13's 13.
Dante Jackson had a pick.
Yeah, Boswell, 4 field goals, 4 for 4, 52-yarder.
Always the GOAT.
He is the GOAT. We didn't talk about Pickens, too. Pickens caught 3 for 53, and then he also dropped a few.
Yeah, and they were trying so hard to get him his first touchdown. They were throwing him the ball all the time in the red zone.
I will say, even though Fields didn't throw amazing this game, this is the outlier because he's thrown well.
Yeah,
in pretty much every other game so far.
He has looked competent, at least as a passer, and that's all he really needs to do with the dynamic ability he has as a rusher.
Correct.
This has been his worst game passing.
Which is saying something, because he still threw for 145, and he did not...
Yeah.
No picks. And he rushed for 2.
Yeah. And he had, like 60 yards on the ground or something.
Yeah, I didn't write that down.
It was something good.
It was good. He had a good game.
We also have a note here. Broderick Jones sucks ass. Have you seen the clip?
Yeah, where he's just he's guarding literally no one.
Yeah, and Max Crosby just comes around the edge. I'm pretty sure Crosby was confused too. He's like, wait, why is nobody blocking me? Something's wrong.
Yeah, Broderick Jones was absolutely lost.
And then Fields runs for 12 yards. If that's Russ is getting crushed. He's dead.
That's why Russ should not start against the Jets.
We'll get there. Well, actually, we are there, basically, now. So now we're on to the injuries. Zach Frazier, out this week, already rolled out.
Great.
So he's hurt his ankle.
Fautanu's still out
for the year.
Yeah, so he's not...
I'm pretty sure Highsmith is also out this week.
We have Herbig in his spot?
Yeah. Well, Herbig was out the game against the Raiders.
Yeah, I think he's back.
I think he is back.
Okay.
Najee didn't practice today. He has a rib injury. Michael Pruitt back is full. Some guys were limited. Some guys were.
Jalen Warren's back though, right?
Jalen Warren is back. He played last week. He did just about nothing.
I was gonna say
he had 6 rushes for 7 yards.
He did like nothing. So he's fine. I mean, if he's our one, like we're all right. I don't feel great about this Jets game though. But you could say that they just got Devontae Adams, so they're not used to it yet.
Yeah, but it is Aaron Rodgers getting his old wide receiver one back.
Buddy.
He is actually very used to it.
It's been a while.
It's been 2.5-ish years. I just can't fathom them actually starting Russell Wilson at this juncture.
If they do, that is a massive, massive mistake.
It just doesn't make any sense. Our O-line is so trash can buns.
They are trash can buns.
And you put a guy who's in his mid-30s that can't run.
Used to be able to run.
He can't run anymore. He can move, I guess, but he's not Justin Fields. Justin Fields gets his pressure off the edge. He can step up and run. Wilson has to keep his eyes downfield. He has to look to throw because he can't run anymore.
Correct.
And our wide receivers are so bad, they're not getting open. He's going to step up in the pocket, look to throw to somebody, and everybody's just like walking around. He's going to be like, I guess I got to take a sack.
Having a dual threat quarterback with a bad offensive line is and bad weapons is incredibly important.
Yes.
You need somebody who can run.
The only reason we've been winning probably is because of Fields' mobility, because defenses have to adjust to that. With Wilson, it's a statue in the pocket with wide receivers that don't get open, with a pocket that collapses in half a second. It is a recipe to lose every single game. I like Russ. I think he's good in a situation where he can play, but the Steelers aren't giving him that.
If you put Russ in like a Flacco situation,
yes,
he could do good.
If you put Russ...
And again, if you took Flacco and put him on the Steelers, he would die.
He would die.
He would be dead.
He would literally not be living anymore.
So it's a type of thing where you need
the situation.
It's the situation. You need a dynamic quarterback like Fields.
I don't even know. There are very few quarterbacks in the league that I think could succeed at the position that the Steelers are giving them. It's like
Lamar
Mahomes,
Jackson,
Allen, Lamar, and somehow Justin Fields. People that can move. That you have to be able to move.
Maybe Anthony Richardson.
Maybe.
But also Anthony Richardson.
Stupid.
He runs like head first.
Yeah.
So he would be dead. Kyler Murray could.
I think Kyler
could be a good Steeler.
I think Kyler is like the max prestige Justin Fields.
If you upgraded Justin Fields, it would be Kyler Murray.
Yeah. Well, I guess Lamar is max prestige Justin Fields.
Oh yeah, Kyler is like the second evolution.
Yeah, he is the second evolution.
Tua.
Sorry, Tua can't run that well.
No, I said Tua. That's the one.
But yeah, I wanted to go to this game, this Sunday Night Football game, because I wanted to see Aaron Rodgers play before he retires, because I thought it'd be really cool. I had the option to go to this game or the Giants game, and I've never seen a Steeler win that wasn't in preseason. But Aaron Rodgers is like a once in a generation player. I would like to see him play in person more than I would like to watch us beat Daniel Jones.
That is fair. And also, you didn't know it at the time, but now you get to see Devontae Adams.
True, I also get to see Devontae Adams.
Who was like one of the best wide receivers of our generation.
You want to know the only other Steeler game I've been to regular season?
What?
Steelers against Jags in 2017.
Man, that was like the Jags, like...
That was when they were good.
Yeah.
Bortles. It was Big Ben's worst game of his career, probably. He threw 5 interceptions. Me and my mom left at halftime. Leonard Fournette ran all over our defense. It was actually the saddest game I've ever watched.
That is bad.
It was so bad. But that's the only quarterbacks I've ever seen live in a regular season game are Big Ben and Blake Bortles.
If it makes you feel better, I've not been to an NFL game. But I'm planning on going to the Steelers-Browns one this year, hopefully.
That'll be good.
Yeah, because the Steelers will absolutely
wipe the floor.
Wipe the floor with the Browns. This week, hopefully.
I think this is, even though we've lost 2 games, I think this is definitely the hardest game we've probably had to play.
Yeah.
I think they're better than the Cowboys, even though the records don't reflect that. They have Devontae Adams now. But in terms of predictions, I have to take the Steelers. I have to.
Uh-huh.
I have so much faith. 23-16.
Give me the Steelers, baby. Give me the Steelers. Give me the Steelers by a field goal.
Yeah.
20-17.
The defense, I hate having to put all the pressure on the defense, but they're gonna have to stop.
Hey, welcome to the organization, everybody. Defense, you have to carry us.
Yeah.
That has been the Steelers' motto for like 5 years now.
Mike Tomlin plays to not lose.
Big Ben retired, and they said, "Great, defense, it's your
and
turn."
That's it. And anybody on the offense, I don't care what.
As long as you get in field goal range.
As long as you don't turn the ball over, okay. I don't care if you're only on the field for 20 seconds and then the ball goes right back to the defense. I don't care as long as we're not turning the ball over.
As long as we're in field goal range for Boz.
I don't even think they call plays. I think they're just like, hey guys, just don't throw a pick. Just don't do it, guys.
Freestyle.
It's just like Bagger. Justin Fields is out there like, there's all these plays are the same. It's just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
He has a pen out there and it's make your own. He just draws his own play on the playbook.
You guys can't see it, but he has a magic marker in his pocket.
Arthur Smith's mic is cut. It's Mike Tomlin talking to Justin Fields, and he's like, "All right, Justin."
Yeah, Arthur Smith is over there screaming to nobody. Get Connor
He's like,
Hayward.
why are they calling the plays?
Connor Hayward, get him in.
Guys,
which, by the way, I know we didn't write this down. Why is Connor Hayward getting past the ball so much?
Dude, he's a Nepo baby.
No, but we're at the Falcons. It's like, oh, thank God we have Jonnu Smith to pass to. Screw Kyle Pitts. Then he comes here and he's like, dude, screw Freiermuth and Washington. Let's pass to Connor Hayward.
Dude, the Cowboys game, Najee looked as good as he did against the Raiders game. And they're running Aaron Shamplin and Tyler Gordon or whatever the running back's name is. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we giving these guys the
I think
ball?
Cordell Patterson had some touches too.
He was hurt.
Was he?
Yeah, they were running the 80th string running back over Najee Harris. It just never makes any sense to me.
It's Arthur Smith.
I think Arthur Smith really thinks, if I put them out there, they're not going to think we're going to give them the ball because they suck so bad. And then we give them the ball, and it's like, well, they suck so bad.
Yeah.
So they're not going to do anything with it.
Absolutely. Well, that's like Connor Hayward is getting past the ball and then fumbles it and drops it. And then it's fourth down, and then he gets past the ball again and drops it. It's like, why are we passing to Connor Hayward in the red zone? You know?
We are failing so bad at acquiring a single weapon alongside George Pickens.
Correct.
Van Jefferson is so bad. Calvin Austin, I think, is okay.
He's so fast,
but we don't do anything for him. We don't do what he's good at.
Because why do you need Calvin Austin if you have Van Jefferson as a decoy?
We need a wide receiver in such a horrible way. They're not getting open at all. George Pickens is the only player getting open, and that's not helpful because all you have to do is defend George Pickens, and then there's just nothing. And we missed out on Devontae Adams. We missed out on Brandon Ayuk, which I'm kind of glad we missed out on Brandon Ayuk. Now it's like Mike Williams, DeAndre Hopkins.
We don't need D-Hop.
D-Hop is just like George Pickens, but old.
He's I hate to say it, but he fell off. D-Hop is cooked. He's not the guy anymore.
And Mike Williams is like George Pickens, but old as well.
Yeah, we don't need...
Tyler Lockett was a name people throwing around. I don't think they're going to move him.
I love Tyler Lockett, but...
I think he would definitely be helpful because he's not the same wide receiver as George Pickens. They're asking for the same wide receiver as George Pickens.
Yeah, but by getting Tyler Lockett, basically what we're saying is, hey George, you have Tyler Lockett for 2 years and then you're done again. You're by yourself.
I don't know how much the Steelers even like George Pickens.
I don't know. He's a brat. I like him, but if I heard that he was traded tomorrow for someone of equal caliber, I wouldn't be sad about it.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I like him because he's good, but I've watched. Have you ever watched JT O'Sullivan? He does breakdowns of every quarterback's games, and he does Justin Fields, and he'll show the routes run. And I feel like every single episode, he's talking about George Pickens just jogging routes. He just goes out there and he's just lollygagging these routes, and he's like, this team could be so much better with better execution because their best wide receiver, who's really good, is just out there just jogging around. And it's like, I just don't think... I think when he knows the play isn't going to him, he's just not going to run the route because he's just like, I deserve the ball.
No,
which he
absolutely.
does. I think he has a point to an extent, but you got to go at it in a better way.
Absolutely.
Because he needs the ball because he's the best receiver.
He is the best receiver on the team by a mile.
And put the Jamar Chase always effing open over his nose. Did you see that in the Cowboys game?
Yeah.
And he got fined or whatever.
Yeah. The thing about Jamar is, though, he runs routes even when they're not meant for him.
And he blocks all the time. He's like a top 3 receiver. Yeah. Not arguably at all.
He's a dog.
He is a dog.
George Pickens is a dog when the play involves him.
Yeah. Like
when it doesn't, he just stands there.
Dude, George Pickens might be a highlight merchant.
He's like a clip farmer.
He is a clip farmer. George Pickens is a clip farmer.
Pickens is.
I'm sorry, George.
George, listen, you're on thin ice, pal.
George, I'm asking for your maximum effort. I'm sure you haven't heard this from Mike Tomlin.
Listen, George,
which might be real. He might have not heard this from Mike Tomlin.
Listen, George, and listen good. You can't you can't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs, George. You've cracked your eggs. Now make your omelet. Okay.
George, I'm telling you, George, the standard is the standard. Just be like Najee Harris.
That's the name of the thing we're talking about.
Be like Najee Harris and everybody will love you, because I love Najee Harris.
I like him.
So, yeah.
Make your omelet.
So, here we go, Stillers.
Here we go.
Because we still projected them to win, no matter how much we complain.
We sure did. Because they will.
If they lose, this might be a Mike Tomlin blow up episode next week. I might start
No. That ain't gonna happen.
That's gonna happen.
Mike Tomlin is a good coach.
I might dig into it before we lose this week. It just depends on what happens. If he does something that makes me want to dig in on him, we might. But
that's fair.
So that's the Stillers section. That's our last segment that we have written up. Holy cannoli! We sat here for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours,
an hour and 40 minutes
talking about sports.
Yep. How many people are gonna listen to this?
At least 12.
Well, really?
At least 12. We'll listen to the whole thing, maybe 3. If you listen to the end right now, if you're hearing me talk right now, like, subscribe, and comment down below your favorite sports team out of all the sports.
Yeah, and if you do, we'll give you Quentin's address.
And, yep, we'll give you Quentin's address. And you can send him fan mail.
Hey, if you guys remember that callback, put in the comments, hashtag, I remember the callback, and we'll give you Quentin's address if you do. Again.
Actually, we'll give you the address of his college so you can send him things there.
Yeah. Anything you want, he'll take.
Anything.
Yep.
Okay.
That's our promise.
That's our sole purpose. Thank you for watching the first episode of Applesauce Benchwarmers. We're getting into sports here on Applesauce, something we've never done before. I'm Kirby.
And I'm Ryan.
And next week we might have more voices to say things.
Or not.
Who you'll have to tune in next week and find out. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.